becomes very important to determine the status of marriage, whether it is a valid marriage or a invalid marriage. It may be first marriage, sometimes it may be ascertained a second marriage if it is a case of the bigamy. Bigamy is an offence under section 494 IPC. Bigamy means solemnization of marriage during the lifetime of husband or the wife, means his or her spouse. It is also a condition that the parties to marriage should not have a spouse living at the time of the marriage. The first question regarding this celebration or the performance or the solemnization of the marriage was raised before Supreme Court in Bhaurao Shankar Lokhande versus State of Maharashtra, AIR 1965, Supreme Court 1364. In this case, it was discussed at length whether Saptapadi is an essential element for the solemnization of the marriage. And Honorable Supreme Court came to the conclusion and set the controversy at rest by deciding that a marriage between two Hindus can stand solemnized only when it has been solemnized after performing necessary ceremonies including the Saptapadi. And court also held that the marriage is completed as soon as the seventh step is completed before sacred fire, where husband and wife both takes roundabout of the sacred fire. Honorable Supreme Court also expressed its view that this requirement can be dispensed with if and only if a customary custom provides some different mode of solemnization of the marriage. The same thing which the Hindu Succession Act, Hindu Marriage Act speaks for was reiterated by the Honorable Supreme Court. Again, this question came before Honorable Supreme Court in S. Nagalingam versus Sivagami in 2001. Honorable Supreme Court held, unless the marriage is celebrated or performed with proper ceremonies and due form, it cannot said to be solemnized. Proper solemnization of the second marriage is essential to constitute the offence of bigamy. In this case, the question before Honorable Supreme Court was relating to the bigamy, and this second marriage was required to be proved. The question arose whether without performing the ceremonies of the Saptapadi, this second marriage would be a valid marriage, and Honorable Court answered it negatively by saying that without performing ceremonies including the Saptapadi, the marriage cannot stand solemnized and cannot be proved so. So, whenever you as a judge or as an advocate come across with any question of bigamy, or where you have to form an opinion on the status of an alleged marriage between two persons, two Hindus, what should be proved? It should be proved that the marriage was solemnized by performing the ceremonies including the Saptapadi. So mere exchange of garlands is no marriage in the eyes of law. Mere doing any act or just following a mode of marriage as followed in by tribes will not constitute a marriage, valid Hindu marriage. It will lack its sanctity. That's why the emphasis was given on this Saptapadi. After this position of law with respect to the ceremonies and the mode of proving or how a marriage can be proved in a court of law, the picture is now crystal clear that Saptapadi being the essential ceremony for the solemnization of the marriage between two Hindus, this ceremony can be dispensed with to some extent if a custom governing the parties permits so. So this is all about the ceremonies of a Hindu marriage. You must know these two case laws. I will separately give you the essence of these two case laws, and you may also refer the Paras Diwan or the Ashok Jain, and you must write in brief what are the facts of these two case, what was the question before the court, what the Honorable Supreme Court held. These two cases must find a place in your notes in a very, very lucid manner and using language. In this journey of development of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, another question in 2000 arose before Supreme Court when one person, being a Hindu, marries a Hindu woman and converts himself to the Islam. Now he becomes the Muslim and now marries a Muslim girl. Second marriage. When he was prosecuted for the bigamy, he took a plea that he was no more a Hindu. He followed the Hindu law till he was a Hindu, and now since he has become a Muslim, he is following the Muslim law. He is doing what the Muslim law permits him. He has not contravened any provision of law. A very interesting question indeed. The question before Supreme Court was, first, what would happen on the conversion to Islam with regard to the first marriage? Whether the conversion to Islam or any other religion would itself terminate the earlier marriage, or will it remain uh, standing in force? Number two, whether after conversion he has a right to marry the second marriage, as Muslim law permits four marriages at a time, four wives or husbands, not husbands, four wives. A male can have four wives, but a female cannot have the second husband. The female can have only one husband, and that too on sharing basis, up to maximum number of four with a husband. Honorable Supreme Court decided all these issues and held that marriage is not ipso facto dissolved or get terminated by conversion to Islam. It is still remain in force, because how a marriage between two Hindus will be dissolved have been grounds have been given under the act, and conversion is no ground there. So conversion itself will not make his first marriage dissolved or terminated. And if first marriage is not terminated, and only scope remains for the discussion would be whether after conversion to Islam can he do so. The court answered it negatively and held that even after converting himself to the Muslim community, to the Islam, he cannot marry second marriage during the lifetime of the first marriage. So, you being the aspirant of the judicial services, you must know this case law, Lily Thomas versus Union of India in 2016-50, 1650 page number. So Lily Thomas case is based on the conversion and on bigamy. The Honorable Supreme Court held that second marriage would be invalid because unless and until first marriage is dissolved by a decree under Hindu Marriage Act, the second marriage during subsistence of the first one would be in violation of the Hindu Marriage Act. Such marriage would amount to bigamy punishable under section 494 IPC. Further, second marriage would also be in violation of the principles of natural justice. Honorable Court also held conversion to Islam and marrying again would not by itself dissolve the Hindu marriage, which I told you and discussed. Ki conversion itself would not dissolve the marriage. The legal position is this. But after becoming a Muslim, Muslim personal law does not restrict him to marry second marriage. But the interpretation of the law by the Supreme Court is to the effect that he cannot do second marriage. Otherwise, what would happen in the society? A total disorder. Hindus will marry Hindus girls and to get rid of such girls, they may convert themselves to the Islam and will enjoy the another marriage. So, in the interest of the society, the interpretation of the law was made to the effect that even after becoming a Muslim by way of conversion, he cannot marry during the lifetime of his first marriage. The reason being, his first marriage has not been dissolved so far. Even the conversion has not dissolved it. So unless the first marriage subsists, so far as the first marriage subsists, he cannot marry second marriage even after conversion. So you must know this law, Lily Thomas versus Union of India. And one more case is the Sarla Mudgal versus Union of India 1995. So these are the two cases based on the conversion and the bigamy. The Sarla Mudgal 1995 case is also contains some suggestions to the legislature, where Supreme Court gave some suggestions, not the directions. These were in the nature of the suggestions to the legislature to think over, to legislate on uniform civil code. So Sarla Mudgal case is the first case where Honorable Supreme Court talked of the uniform civil code. Our constitution also speaks for the uniform civil code, which is that provision, Article 44. One of the directive principles of the state policy, the state shall make endeavor for preparing a uniform civil code of its citizens. But it has not been done so far, and this BJP government, second term of the Prime Minister, has tried to work on it, and triple talaq was one of the example, law on the triple talaq. So talaq is addressed by the parliament for Muslims, but no uniformity is still there. In case of marriage, succession, Muslims are governed by their personal law, Hindus are governed by their personal law, and the increasing population demands it, that it should be immediately be enforced, be prepared and enforced.